Good morning. This is Greg again, and it's 7:25 on Friday morning. I'm sitting outside at my house today, and I was hoping for a pretty day. It was beautiful yesterday, sunshine and everything. And then I wake up today, and it's sprinkling a cloudy day. I even heard thunder a while ago. Well, so much for me cutting my grass today. My grass is going to be so tall by the time I cut it, it's going to need a bush hog. But that's for another day. Today we're looking at the Gospel of Mark, chapter 1, and we're beginning with verse 40. This is a great story. It's a story of Jesus who heals a leper, and let's just jump right in. And verse 40 says, "A man with leprosy came to him and begged him on his knees, 'If you are willing, you can make me clean.'" Now, let's first of all talk about what leprosy is. Leprosy in today's world is what's actually called Hansen's disease. It's where parts of your body actually literally starts rotting off. Your fingernails start rotting, your toenails start rotting, they fall off. Parts you get spots on all over your body. Your gums they shrink up, and it's just a horrible, disfiguring disease. Matter of fact, in Leviticus 13 and 14, God gives some different things he teaches what to do with people with leprosy. There's to be quarantined and looked at and all this kind of stuff. But back then, leprosy didn't necessarily mean what we call Hansen's disease today. Actually, what we think of as leprosy normally will happen in tropical climates. It's the wet climates. And in Judea, the Holy Land, it's very dry. So it's most unlikely that they would have this kind of disease. But leprosy was a whole uh, variety of skin diseases in this time. That's what they called leprosy. So this man evidently had been a leper for quite a while. And in Jesus' day, lepers were seen as unclean, and you couldn't get anywhere near them. You didn't want to be anywhere near them because they were uh, horrendously ugly and disfigured and so forth. And or just if they weren't disfigured, they had all these boils and stuff, and you just didn't want to get near them. Um, as a matter of fact, a leper had to wear a bell around his or her neck so that people would know when a leper was coming around. They had to, if somebody's coming down the street, it was up to them to go to the other side of the road. They also had to yell out when they saw somebody, "Unclean, unclean." This was to let people know, just in case they didn't see the boils or just in case they didn't see the psoriasis or whatever it was. Okay. Um, so they had to get out of the way. Now, this man, he comes up to Jesus. I love how he says this. He says, "If you are willing, you can make me clean." If you're willing. Think about this. Nobody would get near this man. Nobody would touch this man, of course. Nobody would get within, 100 feet of this guy. But he comes, he kneels before Jesus. He says, "If you're willing, if you're different from all the rest of the people, you can heal me." That other part, "you can heal me." It's there's no doubt in his mind. He knows that Jesus can heal. How he knows this, I don't know, but he does know. He has no doubt in his mind that he can be made healed, but he can be made whole or cleansed by Jesus. All right, let's look at the next couple verses. Filled with compassion, Jesus reached out his hand and touched the man. "I am willing," he said. "Be clean." And immediately the leprosy left him and he was cured. He touched him. Think about this. Something nobody has done in so long, or maybe even ever. This man has not felt the touch of another human being in who knows how long. Jesus knows he doesn't just need to know that he could be made healed or he can be made clean. He doesn't need to just be healed. The man needs to have compassion. He touches him before he heals him. He does something to show compassion, to show that he's not like anybody else. He touches him and then he heals him. What a wonderful way of healing. Jesus heals in many different ways in the Gospels. He may just say, "Okay, your faith made you whole." He may say, "Go and show the priest." In one of them, he actually takes mud from where he spits in the dirt and he puts it on the guy's eyes, and the guy who is blind can see. This is, to me, the best story of Jesus healing, because this is a man whom nobody else will touch. He does what nobody else will do, and he touches the man, and then, only then, does he heal the man. All right, let's go on. Jesus sent him away at once with a strong warning. See that you don't tell this to anyone, but go show yourself to the priest and offer the sacrifices that Moses commanded for your cleansing as a testimony to them. Instead, he went out and began to talk freely, spreading the news. As a result, Jesus could no longer enter the town openly, but stayed outside in lonely places. Yet the people still came to him from everywhere. Wow. All right. He was told, I got something on my shirt. He was told not to tell anybody. Now, we talked about how the demons used to figure out that, that he might be, he just can't hold it in. He just can't hold this good news in. Now, we're not told not to tell anybody. We're actually told to share the good news. But I wonder how often, I wonder for myself, I'm thinking about myself, I'm wondering how often it is that I'm unwilling, or I just simply don't go out and share this good news when I meet other people. And so what we can learn today is that Jesus touched us when we were yet unclean. He died for us when we were yet sinners. What will our reaction be? The leper, his reaction was to go and tell everybody. Will we hold it in and keep it to ourselves, or will we share the good news with other folks today? Be blessed. Until next time, be safe.